I wanted to act and I loved writing, but then I ended up having to learn a little bit more about cameras, a little bit more about like composition.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have a special guest from United States. So Firelight, can you please introduce yourself?
Thank you, Harry. My name is Aleks Kapett. I'm the owner of Firelight Studios. As you said, we're based in the United States. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia specifically, and we're a media production company.
Okay, so Alex, tell us a little bit more. Why you decide to become an entrepreneur?
I don't know if I decided it. It's more so like it's just been in my blood. Man, I come from Serbia. That's where I was born. So I was raised just on a crazy work ethic and having just loved movies my whole life. I think I've just always had just a knack for ideas. And then since my dad always made me work, kind of they go together. All I'm doing is thinking of crazy things and then figuring out how to work on them. So I think it was just in the cards to just going down the entrepreneurial route and eventually figuring out something that worked.
But what happened? That is your dad was an entrepreneur. Was your mom? Anyone in your family? Do you have a friend? Why you decided? Because usually, in the when these countries where there are high standards of education, things like this, they all want you to study so then you can go to university and find a good job. And so what happened?
Yeah. No, see, that makes sense. What happened is I did all that, right? I went to college, I got the marketing
Like me,
degree.
I did all that to keep my parents happy. Yeah. Okay.
Yep, exactly.
But
But then it wasn't enough. It wasn't fulfilling. I think for me, it's just like I said, I just keep having ideas that I want to work on, and my experiences, you can share that with your bosses all the time. In and sometimes they want to work on them, and sometimes they don't. And then when they do want to work on it, and you don't get credit for it, it's discouraging, right?
absolutely.
And so I think it was just natural at that point where my parents are always super supportive too. So it's like as long as I was going to school, getting good grades, working hard, they could care less what else I did in my time. And during that time, I was making movies. So I got one on Amazon. I got one that's being shopped right now, and that's really where the like production side of knowledge came to me. I wanted to act, and I loved writing, but then I ended up having to learn a little bit more about cameras, a little bit more about like composition, and it was about last year. I mean, 2 years ago I had the idea, but last year I said bye bye to the normal corporate world and decided I'm just gonna do my own thing and
Oh my God. So
production
what happened?
company.
Why your parents told you? They say, "Well, you crazy? Why you gonna leave the corporate job and start your own business?" Or any friend told you that if you were crazy, or they kind of support you?
No, man, they were super supportive. I think I just did so well in the corporate world. I think my parents figured, okay, he'll be all right. Like he'll try this. If it doesn't work out, right? If it doesn't work out, he'll go
He can
back
find a job
and
again. Yeah.
and he'll make it work. So I think they were supportive just to know that like I went down the route they wanted for me, showed I could do it, showed I'm capable of doing it. And now they're like, all right, take your shot, take a year, take two, take a couple. If it doesn't work, get your behind back to the corporate world and just know
But
you gave it your best. So
the,
they were
the
pretty
thing that
supportive.
But the thing that corporate, they make sure they make you very comfortable. Okay, maybe sometimes they don't push your idea forward, but they pay you good money. They give you a
Mhm.
holiday. They want to keep you safe, so you can buy a big house, have a big car, and they make you very comfortable, so you can work for them as much as you can, and then um to drop all that to run your own business, which is something that at the beginning is a very risky thing to do. Still,
Hmm.
you were not scared. You didn't.
No,
How
man, I
badly
think
you want to be your own, to be on charge of your own boat, because it's a lot of a stake leaving a corporate job when you get, you're very comfortable,
for
right?
sure, for sure. Yeah, no, especially with how well I was doing, I think, that gave
But
my
you were
parents a heart
doing.
attack. They were like, that's like you're leaving a really good thing here, and like they won't take you back if you just leave them like that. And I was like, uh, I feel pretty confident myself just because I'm 28. I've been working technically since I was in middle school illegally,
Wow.
but that much experience, I don't know. I feel like many entrepreneurs are the same way. There's just that driving sort of passion that they've got, and they want to like push their ideas forward, and they would rather like fail at their own idea than like go succeed.
Mm,
Doing, just sitting behind a desk. And there's a lot of sitting behind a desk on your own thing too. Don't get me wrong, but
well,
like
absolutely, yeah.
just like walking into an office and like half the people there don't even like it there. You're talking about completely unrelated stuff to work, and that's just not me. I mean, it's like I love to joke around, but like I really love to talk about the things from a business side that like
Mm,
interest me. And so I've been trying to collect that kind of circle of people around myself. Um,
absolutely.
and those are the conversations I love to have. I love hearing about Taylor Swift and like her Eras tour. Like it's amazing, but like not every day, you know? It's just not my thing to talk about every day. And like it was when I was walking into the office, it was always something like that. And so yeah, it was definitely a big risk, but I think just having been exposed to so many different work environments, seeing their processes, seeing like how my managers would think about solving problems. Like I just picked up on so many of those things. And I've studied so much about it just growing up, and then got my marketing degree as well.
Mhm.
So I kind of felt safe making the switch. Like I knew it was going to be tough, but when you've produced two movies, I think it's really hard to get tougher than that when you don't have like any funding. And so you're like bootstraps,
Wow.
pouring your money into it, convincing people to just believe in something, and then not sleeping like at all.
And
And
you
I
have
was like,
produced two
it
movies.
can't
You
be
have
worse.
produced two movies already. Wow, fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah, that's it. And I
Wow.
couldn't do it alone. I'll tell you that. I couldn't do it alone, but I think it's because just being in that
Obviously, you cannot. Yeah.
process, I'm like, what's another couple years trying out this idea I've got? And if it works, great, which it has been working, so I'm happy with that. And if it just crashes and burns one day, then I'll be sad, but I'll probably have another idea lined up.
Yeah, exactly. It's about learning the skills. I have our friend Monica. She's a film producer. I I've been in movies several times as as a supporting actor. Yeah,
Nice.
the not because I study acting, it's because the film producer is is our friend, and I also train her in public speaking and things like that. So we go there to the movie to support her, to support her work,
Mhm.
and we do a few roles there as a supporting actor. Have been several movies because of that. But
Dude, that's awesome.
I see her working, producing the movies, and it's a lot of element that goes into this thing in order to make sure that it's on budget. And
Hmm.
something goes wrong one day of filming extra is a lot of money because you have cameras, teams. These cameras are huge.
Hmm.
They cost a lot of money. You have to rent them, the actors, the producer, this, that, the dressing, the
It's crazy how much goes into it. And then you got to feed everybody too. Like just the food bill
feed
alone,
them
you're like, man.
exactly the food, and you have to feed everyone, and you have to drug them and get them back, and then the scenes, with the director. I'm like, wow, how many times we're gonna do the same thing, and
I
Um,
know.
come on, the and I'm thinking, I'm because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm so I don't know, the director the want to do more shots, but I'm thinking what? But he wants to do more shots, but it's expensive. This thing, I get it that he wants to make it more creative. I still don't understand why they take so many shots for so many angles. Because you have with large amount of people for one is seen, and you take all those shots, it takes longer the whole process.
It
And
does. It does. There's a lot of there's so many different methods that you could use trying to get multiple camera angles, trying to be creative with your spacing and things like that. And so that's the crazy part about movies. Like your director has to balance with your camera operator, has to balance with your producers to know like what's in the budget. And if you don't have the budget for all that extra fancy stuff, then you have to take more time to do stuff, but then that costs money. It's just it's a
I love it.
crazy game, and
I'm
you hope at
very
the
fond
end
of
of the
it.
day
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
a fun product that
At
people
the end of the
enjoy.
day, when you see the movie, when we launched the movie in the cinema and we saw it, it's amazing to see
Mhm.
yourself there and everybody's happy. But it's a lot of work behind. So so now you're producing your own movies.
So that's what I was doing. From that, I adjusted and kind of wanted to. I mean, I'm still interested in movies, so I'm still writing on the side. We're still in the process of shopping our latest one, but it made me kind of appreciate the aesthetics a little bit more. Through making movies, I really fell in love with photography. And so I kind of wanted to transition and be like, okay, let me take photography and videography that I know and apply that to businesses. So making your commercials, your testimonial
Oh,
videos,
very
your
nice.
Instagram ads, getting a revamp on branding. The amount of businesses that are just struggling to just look good on the internet,
Wow, with someone with your
it's
skill coming
crazy.
from the movies, you can make something amazing for business out there. Because
Yeah.
it's the top of the range in terms of videos and camera and photography and shots. And top like this
Yeah.
branding is really, really powerful.
It is, and I've been trying to make it as affordable as possible because that's the problem with movies. They're crazy expensive. Your
Absolutely.
commercials are always going to be crazy expensive, and so it's sort of bringing that element of creativity. That's where I love to step in as far as what we do with people is to think of creative ways to maybe get your message, get your business across, make it look incredible, but we don't have to go the crazy blow everything up route, this, that, and the other route,
Mhm.
like because you are throwing away money. It's fun to do. Don't get me wrong. It's cool if you can get a commercial like that. But there's so many smaller to medium sized businesses that just they don't need that. And that's maybe not the best use of their money at the position they're at. And so that's what I've been building with Firelight is going in like we're going to get you great headshots just so you don't you don't have a selfie of yourself in a car on your LinkedIn page and like you want
Absolutely.
people to take you seriously. It's like we can get your branding completely off the ground. We help with social media as well. I think that's a thing we're looking into is dropping one of those courses that teaches people how to shoot it themselves
Hmm.
just because on our side, like I want to keep it cost effective, but that's not the best revenue stream for us to have.
Hmm.
And I think it would just be more helpful to teach people how to teach people how to fish, honestly,
Yeah.
instead of giving them a fish. And then we can come back in on those larger scale things. So it's like take care of your Instagram, we'll give you the tools. And then when you need a testimonial, when you need new training videos for your corporation, or when you're ready for like a full scale ad, that's where we can come in and really, really help. So that's what the goal with Firelight has been. And I love it, honestly.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.